I mean, I'm probably gonna go listen to a lot of their music right now and probably cry a little bit. Like, I'm holding back the tears. Just reminding me of how many people out there are going through this, and it does make me sad. And to think about everybody going through this right now, to think about everybody who just doesn't like their life, who feel like they can't move on, who feel like that's it, like this is the end of the road. Like, it's not. Hello everybody, how's it going? My name is Kenny Stahl, and I know I'm a day late, but in case you haven't heard the news, yesterday Chester Bennington, the lead singer of Linkin Park, was found dead by suicide, and it is making news right now, and this prompts me to want to talk about suicide. I don't really get a good chance to really talk about it because it's such a heavy topic, and I feel as if I'm a little bit out of place talking about it. But given the fact that I know so many people struggle with suicidal thoughts, this is appropriate right now to bring up suicide awareness, mental health awareness. It's a shock every time you hear something like this happen. Like, it's just something that takes you by surprise, and part of the reason is because these people who commit suicide, they seem to have everything going well for them, and like, especially in this case with Chester Bennington, what I've read is that he's been saying that things are going well for him this year, and even with him saying that, it obviously, even though he says that everything's going well, it's obviously not all okay, and that means that when it comes to suicidal thoughts and mental health and depression, it's a constant battle. It's a constant fight that you have. It's something that you deal with personally all the time, and you have to continuously be doing the right things and doing as much as you can to stay in good health, to not let it become overwhelming. And I don't always know what to say about this. I don't always know what, if you're struggling with suicidal thoughts, it's like the only thing that we can do is promote mental health awareness so people realize that it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to tell people that you're depressed. It's okay to mention, it's important actually to mention that you have suicidal thoughts. That way you can get help. So number one, if you're currently struggling with suicidal thoughts, tell somebody about it. I know it's hard. I know that it's not something that you feel comfortable with, but this is your life on the line. This is the quality of your life. This is your mental health. Take care of yourself. Be there for yourself. Do what is needed, because it is gonna be able to get better. Like, you're not a helpless person. You are strong. And a lot of times the reason why people feel suicidal is because there's just a lot of stuff going on in life that's difficult to deal with, Like with this particular case with Chester Bennington, he had struggles with drug addictions. He was sexually abused as a child, I think. He was homeless for a while. It's very clear that life circumstances can be rough, that they can be difficult. But my point is that if you do the right things to seek help, to get treatment, seeking a professional out, I mean, if it's something that has to be taken seriously, and obviously, listen, this is why it's so hard for me to talk about it, because you can be doing all the right things, but listen, talk to somebody about it, find, like, you're not alone. Like, I know so many people on YouTube who have made videos talking about mental health. They're advocates for mental health. They are, I know a lot of people, because I do it myself a little bit, and there are huge communities out there of people who struggle with, loneliness. There are people who struggle with drug addictions. There are people who struggle with depression, people who struggle with suicidal thoughts, people who struggle with everything. And we have to be here for each other. Like, if you're struggling with suicidal thoughts, this isn't the end of your life. Like, you can move on. Like, it's hard. Like, we have to be honest that suicidal thoughts are real, and you can't pretend like they're not. And the more that somebody denies the reality of what they're feeling, you know, it's just gonna lead to trying to cover up the reality of your feelings by doing things like drugs, or doing things like hurting yourself, like sabotaging your life, and like sabotaging relationships, and sabotaging your work and career. It's like, if you are honest with yourself, and you're honest with other people, and you learn to forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made, if you learn to forgive other people for doing wrong to you, there's so many ways to cope, there's so many ways to heal, there's so many ways to move forward from this. And it's unfortunate because every time you hear about a celebrity committing suicide, it brings this to the front of our minds. And, you know, I was surprised to hear, you know, Robin Williams a long time ago, and now the lead singer of Linkin Park. And I'm telling you, like this affects us all in some way or another. I don't know anybody in my personal life who's ever committed suicide, but if we don't keep talking about this, if we don't keep seeking mental health treatment and being honest with our feelings and stuff, it can only get worse. It's already such a huge epidemic. The stats are staggeringly shocking. Like, just how many people commit suicide every year, every day. It's unbelievable. And, like, I don't even know what to say. I'm really shocked. It's gonna affect us all in one way or another if we don't help ourselves. And I've struggled with depression myself. I can't, it's hard. I don't think I've really necessarily struggled with suicidal thoughts, because I've always really loved my life, and I really, even though it's hard, even though I hate myself at times, even though I hate my life at times, I've never gotten to that point. But whatever point you're at right now with your depression or with your mental health, be aware that it's constantly put in danger, because even if you're healthy right now, things could get worse for you. So just remember that if you ever do find yourself in a place where you're not doing so well, that you have to try to figure out a way to get back up to a point where things, you know, at a base level, like happiness level and mental health level, where you're not in danger of your life getting worse. And if you're already at that place where you're at rock bottom in your life, it's like, that should be your #1 priority, you know, is feeling better. Sorry, I don't know what to say right now. I guess let's end the video here. This is a tragedy, and I know, like, I listen to Linkin Park a lot. I love the music from them, and I mean, I'm probably gonna go listen to a lot of their music right now and probably cry a little bit. Like, I'm holding back the tears. It's not even something that affects me personally, but it's like, this is a person who's in the public eye. It's just reminding me of how many people out there are going through this, and it does make me sad, and because I care about people, you know. To think about everybody going through this right now. To think about everybody who just doesn't like their life, who feel like they can't move on, who feel like that's it, like this is the end of the road. Like, it's not. I don't know what to do for anybody. I don't know how I can help. I don't know what we can do. I didn't think this was going to bother me this much, but this is something I care about. Let's not let's not let this keep getting worse. That's it. I don't have anything else to say. Can't believe I cried. I can, but I've been holding it in, you know, for this whole video. Like it's just building up. And the thing is that when you're suicidal, when you're depressed, a lot of times things happen in an instant, impulsively, and we have to be able to have a way of expressing ourselves. And crying is okay. We have a way of expressing ourselves in a productive way, because a lot of times you think that you're dealing with the solution, or you think that you have the solution, and you think that solution is killing yourself, and that's not. So we have to be smart about how we go about moving forward when we are at that awful place emotionally and mentally, because you know, that's why you need to go to somebody who knows what they're talking about, because they can help you actually do something productive and help yourself. And a lot of times that is medication, even though a lot of people don't want to do it. If it ever gets to a point, like I told myself, if I ever get to that point where I am extremely suicidal, like I would do whatever it takes. Man, it's just, I can't believe that I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Like, I made this channel because I wanted to talk about my life and I wanted to help people, and this is just something that this is like the biggest. Suicide is such a huge problem, and I don't know what to say about it. I know I want to help. I don't know. Anyway, I love you guys, and let me know what you think about this. And if you need somebody to talk to, I'm here to listen. So let me know what you think about this whole situation. Let me know what you think about suicide. Let me know what you think. What can we do? You know, I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Take care.